In this video, we're going to be talking about how you can use a company called Printful to create and sell custom products online. This print-on-demand business model is great for anyone because it requires no upfront costs, you don't need to hold any inventory, and you only pay for the products once a customer places an order on your store. So if you're excited for this video, smash that like button and hold on tight because this is about to be a good one. Before we jump in and actually begin building out our Shopify store and getting everything set up, I wanted to quickly take a few seconds here to explain the full print-on-demand business model and how everything actually works. It starts with designing a unique product using Printful and a free software that I'm going to be sharing with you in this video, and then adding it to your Shopify store. Now, the next step is when a potential customer finds the product and makes a purchase on your store. Let's say that they purchased the product at $49. That's what you chose to price it at on your Shopify store. Now you're going to head on over to Printful and you're going to place that order. Printful is going to create your product and ship it directly to the customer. And let's say the cost of the product and shipping and everything in total is only $19. You're going to make a $30 profit margin on that order. With this business model, you don't have to pay for any inventory upfront. You don't even need to worry about shipping the product to the customer because Printful is going to do everything for you. And you have the potential to make some pretty great profits. It's such an attractive business model because all you need to do is focus on designing cool products and then driving traffic to your store. So now let's get started building out that Shopify site. We're going to tap the Shopify link in the description beneath this video and get started with our free 14-day trial. All we need to do is put in our email address and then click the button right here to get signed up. And now that we're inside of our brand new Shopify dashboard, the very first thing that we're going to be doing is connecting Printful to our Shopify store. So on the left-hand side of the screen, we're going to select apps, and then we're going to tap this button right here to visit the Shopify App Store. And once it loads, we're going to search for Printful. And now it's going to be this very first one that appears right here, Printful Print on Demand. We're going to open it up, and then we're going to tap the button right here to add the app for free. Now we're going to go ahead and select the button right here to install the app. And then you're going to go ahead and create your free account using one of these sign-up methods. And now we have Printful connected to our site, so we can go ahead and begin researching some of the products that they have available for us to put on our site. And then we're going to go ahead and begin designing them. So we're going to go ahead and select products right here. And then we're going to tap Add Product. And now we can see the full list of all the different products that they have. So they have all kinds of different shirts, polo shirts. They have jackets, hoodies, sweatshirts, they have sweatpants, joggers, and then they have all types of women's clothing, all types of kids and youth clothing, hats, accessories. I mean, you name it, they have pretty much all types of apparel and accessories that you can add to your Shopify store. In this video, I'm going to be designing trucker hats just like this one, but with the EcomCon brand logo right here because I think that this channel could use some swag. And honestly, if I was to sell my own merch, this would be the exact strategy that I would follow to do it. And so I'm going to scroll down a little bit and select the hats icon, and then I'm going to select trucker hats. And I already know which one I want. It's going to be this Richardson 112. And now we're going to begin designing this hat. But first, we're going to go over into that free software to create our design from scratch. The free software that we're going to be using is called Canva. It's the easiest graphic design app for anyone to use, and they have a free forever plan. This is the plan that I use. You know, I don't believe that you need the $12.99 Pro plan. You might think otherwise, but in this video, we're just going to be using the free plan to create the design. So if you're not already signed up, go ahead and tap the sign up button, and then I'll see you on the other side. And now that we're inside of my Canva dashboard, you can see that I use it for pretty much everything. I use it for my YouTube covers, for creating new logos, for profile pictures, and pretty much everything in between. And so to get started, we're going to come up here and tap the Create a Design button. And you can select your own custom size, but they also have a million templates to choose from. And for this video, we're going to go ahead and select the logo button. And now we are ready to start designing. And Canva is so great because they provide hundreds and hundreds of templates right here for us to use as inspiration. And this is especially good for those of us who have no experience in graphic design like myself. So I use these templates all the time. Another great tool inside of Canva that we can use to begin building out these designs are going to be these elements right here. So let's say we wanted to design a Hawaiian hat or a Hawaiian shirt. We can go ahead and search for that and then grab any of these graphics and add them in to our template here to use. So I already have my EcomCon logo right here, but I'm going to go ahead and jazz it up because remember, I want to I want to put it on this hat. So I want to make it look like this patch right here. So I am going to go back in and use the elements, but I am going to use the shapes. So I'm going to use the circle. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to center it, and then I'm going to position it backward, and then I'm going to also make it black. I'm going to make my logo a little bit larger just so it looks a little bit better here. And now I'm also going to add a ring to the outside that kind of matches the color of the logo. I think this makes everything pop a little bit more. So just like that, this is going to be the design that I am going to be adding to these hats. And that's how simple this is. And now I'm going to come up here and name it eComCon. And then I'm going to download it by selecting this button and then selecting download. And now before we add this to our hat inside of Shopify, we're going to want to make this a transparent background. So instead of paying for the premium version right here, I'm going to show you a free tool, a free website that I like to use that does this for me. So it's going to be this one called remove.bg. We're just going to drag and drop it right there, and then we're going to download it. And so now we can head back on over to our Shopify store, to Printful, and we're going to drag and drop the new design right onto the hat. And once it loads, we can choose to move it around. We can make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to make it just like that. And to be honest, I don't like the black and black, so I'm going to go ahead and select some of these other colors. I think that this heather gray and black are going to look really good together. So I'm going to choose that one. And then now I'm going to go ahead and select proceed to media. And on this page, we can choose the mockups that we want to appear on our Shopify store. So for the main image, I'm going to go ahead and select this one. I'm going to want to include the back image as well. And then I think I'm only going to include, I don't think I need this left side or the right side. And then I think I'm only going to include one of these. So I'll just do the right front. And then I'm going to leave it at JPG instead of the PNG because that's going to allow your site to load faster, which is going to help increase conversion rates. Now I'm going to select proceed to details. And on this next page, we can start to edit some of the things that are going to appear on the product page. So I'm going to title this one the eComCon official trucker hat. We can also add in a description. We could write some sales copy that are going to entice our customers to decide to purchase this hat. We're going to choose to add in the size guide. Based on the country that you're targeting, you can choose the imperial system or metric, or you could also choose both. So I'm going to go ahead and leave them both on there. You can add in tags. You can also choose collections. And then we can also display with free shipping on the storefront, which I am going to suggest that you do because, again, customers are going to want to not have to pay for shipping. So anytime you put free shipping on the site, you're going to get more sales. So now we're going to go ahead and proceed to pricing. Pricing is going to be very important for you to understand. So if we take a look at this Printful price of $16.95, it's actually not going to include the tax, shipping, and other additional charges that you're going to see here. So I would go ahead and account for an item like this, maybe $3 to $5 on the back end. And now this retail price is going to be the price that you set on your Shopify store. So this is going to be the price that customers are going to pay for the product. So we can go ahead and set that here. I'm going to set it to $39.99. It's going to be an expensive hat. And then this is going to calculate our profit. So the Printful tip, adjust your profit to balance out the amount of money that goes towards taxes and shipping. So again, they're reminding you the whole time that shipping and taxes cost extra. On the back end, once we get through this process, you'll get to see, they don't tell you right here, which is kind of annoying, but later on, you'll be able to see those shipping costs. And again, it's not going to be very expensive, but at any time, you can go ahead and adjust the retail price on your site. And so now we're going to go ahead and select this button to submit it to our store. And just like that, we've added our first product to our Shopify store. And Printful gives us some quick and easy recommendations if we wanted to add this design to other products. But for now, let's go ahead and check out what this product page looks like on our Shopify store. So on the left-hand side of the screen over here, we're going to select products, and you should see it right here. This is where we can make additional updates to the product if we decided to do so. So we can move around the images. We can also adjust the price right here. And now if we wanted to go ahead and take a preview of what the product page actually looks like, just tap that preview button. And this is what the customers will see once they come to the site. Really quickly here, I want to change this around because I want this heather gray to show first. So I'm going to head back over here. I'm going to select more options. I'm going to reorder the variants, and I'm just going to go ahead and put the heather gray one first. Then click save. And now I'm going to scroll up again and preview it. So now we can see that heather gray hat appears first. And now that I'm thinking about it, I actually don't want any of these other colors on here. Or maybe I just want these two. Okay, I'm just going to leave these two on the site. I'm going to get rid of the black and the red ones because I think both of those look terrible. So I'm going to head back on over to this page. And to get rid of this variance, all that we need to do is select them just like this. Black and cardinal, more actions, and then delete those variants. And now we're just going to go ahead and let the page update. And then we're going to want to get rid of those images for those products as well. So I'm just going to select each of those and then select delete media. Let it load. And just like that, we should have gotten rid of those extra variants. And I'm going to go ahead and tap preview to see what the product page looks like now. This is starting to look a lot better. And now that we have the basic framework of our product page set up, we're going to start to customize our website so that it actually looks presentable and ready to start selling to customers. So we're going to head back on over to the Shopify dashboard and begin customizing the Shopify theme. So from the Shopify dashboard, we're going to select Online Store. And right now, the default theme is Debut. Instead, we're going to go ahead and choose a different free theme, one that I like. It's called Brooklyn. Scroll down here. It is this one right here. And you can choose between Playful or Classic. I'm going to go ahead and select Classic and add it to our library. Now, once it downloads, we're going to want to publish it to our site. So we're going to hit this drop down right here and select Publish. And then again, tap the Publish button. And now the Brooklyn theme is published to our Shopify site and we can begin customizing it. So we're going to go ahead and tap the Customize button. We're going to start by getting rid of most of these sections over here on the left-hand side of the screen. So the first one is going to be slideshow. I'm going to have to move myself up there. We're going to remove that section. The rich text, remove that. Collection list, remove. Featured collection, remove. And so now we are just left with the header, the featured product, the newsletter, and the footer. This is all that we're going to need to structure our Shopify store. So now we can go ahead and begin customizing each one of these and really start to build out our website. Let's start by updating the header. Now, the very first thing that I am going to do is pull in the logo that I created for this site. And so again, I just used Canva again to make this simple logo. I downloaded it and then I use remove BG to take off the background to make it transparent. And now I'm just going to want to resize it real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and crop it out. Just like so that it looks better at the top of the page. So I'm going to save a copy. We'll call it eComCong logo. And now we'll head back on over to the store. We'll select the logo and we'll upload it. Just like so. And now we can go ahead and make it a little bit bigger to make it look good on the site. I think we can go even a little bit larger than that. That looks pretty good right there. And now we're going to go ahead and update this announcement bar. So we're going to scroll down right here and you can make it say whatever you want. Since we're doing free shipping, I'm going to go ahead and put free worldwide shipping. Just like that. We'll click save. And now let's go ahead and update this featured product. So, I mean, it's pretty simple, right? We're just going to go ahead and select the one product that we have on the store right now. Just like that. Perfect. Save. So now we have our header. We're going to update this main menu here in a little bit. We're also going to update the color theme. But for now, we have the header, we have the product, and now we have our newsletter. Let's go ahead and quickly update the color scheme on our site. And to get started with that, I'm going to head on over to Canva and copy this color code right here so that everything looks uniform and looks good. So all we need to do is come to document colors and we'll grab this color code right here. for that blue. And now I will head back on over to where we customize the theme, and I'll select theme settings. Move myself back over here, and then I'll select colors. So these links, I'm going to update that. Sales tags, I'm also going to update. So buttons, I'm going to update those. I think that's good to go. Now let's go ahead and update the main menu up here as well as the footer menu down here. And to do that, we're going to head back on over to the Shopify dashboard, but be sure that you click save so that you don't lose any of your work. And once you do that, go ahead and click this exit button to go back to the dashboard. From here, we're going to go over to navigation. And as you can see right here is where we begin building out those nav menus. But first, we're going to have to build out the actual pages that are going to go on those menus. So we're going to go over to pages. Let me just check real quick that the contact page is an actual contact page. Okay, and it is. So to do so, just to show you guys in case yours doesn't have it, it'll say contact, and then when you choose the contact template or the theme template, you want to be sure that it says contact right there. So when we view the page, the customers can put in their name, email address, phone, and their message. And so they can contact us at any point. Now, the next page that I am going to be creating is, I'm actually going to update this to contact us. The next page that I'm going to be creating is a frequently asked questions page. So to do that, I'm going to add page right here, type in FAQS, and then I'm just going to copy and paste in a frequently asked questions page that I have from one of my other stores. So if you would like to copy this one, just go ahead and take a screenshot. It works, does a good job. So let's go back over to navigation, and we'll go ahead and update this main menu now. The first one we're going to update is this catalog one. We're going to go ahead and name this the EcomKong official hat. Or you can name it whatever your product is, official hat. And then we're going to change the link to that product page, so that when customers click on it, they're taken directly to that page. I'm going to update this contact just to say contact us. I just think that looks a little bit better. Click save. And then the last menu item that I am going to add here is going to be that frequently asked questions page that we just built. And to link it, we're going to click pages and add it just like so, and save menu. And so now our main menu is all set up. The next one that we're going to need to update is this footer menu that's going to contain all the legal policies, like those privacy policies and the terms of service. Now, don't worry, you're not going to have to create these from scratch because Shopify is going to provide us with the templates that we can use. And to access those, we're going to go to settings and legal. And then we're just going to tap create from template, and create from template. You can add in your own shipping policy. Shopify doesn't provide a template for this one, but you can go ahead and create your own. Now, all that you want to do is you want to go into each of these policies and you want to update them. So you see like right here, it says insert any other payment type accepted. I would just go ahead and delete that. And just be sure that you update all the different policies just so that they read well and they don't have any of that extra writing in there that's unnecessary. So once we save that, we have our refund policy, the privacy policy, and the terms of service. We can head back on over to the nav menu, and we're going to update the footer menu. So we'll go to footer menu, and then we'll add menu. And the first one that I like to do is that contact us page again. So pages and contact us. And then we'll click add. And now I will do the refund policy. And we'll link it. Just like so. And we're going to do the same thing for the privacy policy and the terms of service. Last one, terms of service. And we will link it just like that and add, and then be sure to click save. So now that we have both of our nav menus set up, let's go ahead and take a preview of our store to see how it's actually starting to come together. Now the site is set up and ready to start selling. As you can see, we have the updated main menu right here. Customers can shop the product directly from the homepage. We have a newsletter, and then we have all of our legal policies right down here in the footer menu. Now let's go back into Printful and talk about what happens when you get your first order. Now, as your orders begin to flow in, you can access them all on the Printful dashboard by clicking the Orders tab, and they will begin right here. And then submitting that order is as simple as tapping the button that will appear on the screen once those orders come in. And when you do that, Printful will begin the process of creating the product and shipping it to your customer. In the meantime, you can collect the profits between the sales price and the cost of the product on Printful, and that's how you begin running your print-on-demand business. A few final tips to set your store up for success. You're not going to want to use the .myshopify URL that is provided when you open the shop. Instead, you're going to want to purchase your own domain, and Shopify makes that as easy as possible for you. You can click Online Store and then come down to Domains, and you can buy a new domain directly through Shopify, and I believe it costs $14 per year to own a website domain. So doing it through Shopify is going to be the easiest way to create to get that website name and to really create a branded store. And the second tip is going to be to enable your payments so that you can actually collect the money once a customer comes and places an order on your store. And you can do that by going to settings and getting the Shopify payment set up. And you can also add an express checkout method like PayPal or Apple Pay, and that really helps to boost conversion rates on your store. And that's all I got for this video. If you got any questions at all, please be sure to comment them down below. And if you got any value, please be sure to smash that like button. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch the video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.